Hey guys, welcome back to the Boetker Channel. Today we're going to be working on a pallet project, and what we're going to be building is a gate for a friend of mine. They have a little boy, and they are currently using a plastic gate to block the stairway in their home. And what they would like to have is something a little bit more homey and nice and warm. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to dig through the pallet planks I've got laying over here, and we're going to go ahead and build a pallet wood gate. The outside edges of the gate, the framework of the gate, are going to have to be a pine 2x4 due to the fact that the boards I have a lot of nails in them, and then right here's the piece of wood. It's really pretty. They have a lot of nails in them, and the way I want to build it, yeah, I don't want to get involved with all those nails and tear up my saw or my blade. So we're going to build the outside edges with new wood, and then, like I said, the rest of the gate will be made out of pallet wood. And then they're going to install that in their home. Okay, so what we're doing here is I already cut this one in at a 45. So the gate's going to be 34 inches wide. So I'm just going to measure, actually, about screwed up. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to measure 34 inches from the 45 and draw a mark because, and I'm going to put a mark on an angle here. That way I know, which, let's get this off the tripod here. 34 inches, and then I put a mark going this way. That way I know it has to come in. Because if you don't do that, you will screw up and cut the wrong way, and then you'll waste a piece of wood. So, that's what I'm doing there. I'm getting ready to cut it on the saw. Let's go over there and get that cut. Okay, so working in this garage is kind of tight. I don't have a lot of space to work with here. But we do what we got to do. So, I'll have to screw that the right way. Anyway, so if you don't have a miter saw, you need to get one. These things are awesome. A compound miter, which means it'll cut an angle this way, and it'll cut an angle like that, like this whole head will turn. I've got a Craftsman. I love it. Best saw I've ever used. And I'm sure, people will throw a fit. No, it's not the best saw. But I love this thing. I think it's great. So, I'll try to get this piece of wood over here without knocking the tripod over. Okay, here we go. Alright. So, let's cut this real quick and get this thing put together. This wood cut's kind of funny. I don't know if you saw the saw jumping through the wood, but every time it hit one of these grains in the wood, it kind of slowed down a little bit. Anyway, it's really pretty wood. But anyway, let's get this thing put together and see what happens. Okay, so now we've ripped with the miter saw all of the corner pieces, the framework. So now what I've got here is a stack of pallet wood. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this to fit inside of this. When I put it together as a box, the planks are going to fit inside that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the circular saw and I'm going to rip out a section of wood on each one of these so that the pallet wood sits down inside of it and you don't have any gaps. And I'm also going to take a chalk line and cut a straight edge on one, and then we'll go off of that and cut the other side so that I have a perfectly square planks that they fit tight together inside the gate. So it'll be a nice sharp looking gate when we're done. Alright, so I've got the bracing attached, so now it's not going anywhere as far as that goes. Now I just have to put the edges on, the 2x4 edges, and a top plate on top of the gate, and we're done. Alright guys, so I'm working on this pallet wood gate, and my original plan was to use 2x4s to go around the edge of the gate, and that's not going to work. So let me go over and get this thing. I'm plugged in, so I got to carry it with me. Anyway, so I don't know if I shot this or not. I cut the 2x4s out to work to fit 45-degree angles. Ran the saw down the center here. I don't know if you can see this, and notched this out so the pallets, the boards would fit into the pocket. Worked out great. Everything fit. Everything fits great, except for one little problem, and I'll show you here in a second. Okay, so I got this board glued and nailed, and I got one on both sides, so that looks awesome. The problem is right there, I didn't even think about it, but it's thicker than a 2x4. So basically it sticks out past the edge of the framing, 2x4 framing. So that's not going to work. And it kind of ticks me off a little bit because I just spent a lot of time notching this out with a circular saw because I don't have a table saw right now. And so yeah, that's kind of a pain in the butt. But I got a backup plan. What I'm going to do is, sorry about the shaky camera. I'm going to cut this to fit here, and then down here I'm going to notch this cross piece out so that this will fit flush and it'll lay down there. And I think I'm going to do that all the way around the whole edge of all the way around the pallet or the gate on both sides. And then right here, I'm just going to put a piece of pallet wood across for the top cap like I was originally going to do, so that you won't see individual, the tops of the boards. Alright, so there's one side's done. I'm done for the night. But here's one side of the gate done. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing I did on this side on the other side. And then all I have to do is put the gotta put a little piece of trim or piece of wood inside this on both sides to fill the gap in. And then put that top cap on, and I'm done. Alright guys, here we go. We got the final product here. And I went ahead and used a piece of the 2x4 I was originally going to use for the outside edge of the gate. I went ahead and used that for the top here. Nailed it and glued it. So that looks pretty awesome. It kind of stands out a little bit because it's not the same type of wood, but I think they're going to paint. I don't know if they're going to whitewash it or what they're going to do to the actual gate. So I figure if they do that, they could stay in that top piece. I think it would look really awesome. Anyway, I have it stuck here in my doorway so you can get an idea what it looks like. It's obviously a little bit big for my door, but their door is 34 inches, so it should fit fine there. But here we go. That's the gate. So that's I think I might have used maybe a pallet and a half, maybe 2 pallets worth of wood there. I don't know. I had to mix and match pallets because I had some boards that were good and some boards that weren't. So anyway, there it is. If you'd like to see more pallet projects, go ahead and comment below and just tell me what it is you'd like to see. I've got tons of pallets out back, so we should be able to hopefully make it or come to something similar to what you're describing. So like I said, comment below and like the video if you did, and subscribe to my channel. Alright guys, I'll see you around.